And we are live from the Keating Center here at St. FX University campus here in beautiful Antigonish, Nova Scotia for this contest in the boys U16 division of the Hockey Nova Scotia summer camp for tryouts for Team Nova Scotia for the Canada Games. This is game 2 between these two teams, and you recall last game was an 8-5 barn burner victory for Team Powder over Team Black. Team Powder, of course, in the light blue jerseys on the left-hand side moving towards the right, and Team Black are in the black jerseys on the right-hand side moving to the left to start the first period of play. Should be an exciting contest as always here at the Hockey Nova Scotia Summer Camp. Glad to have you with us here live on High Button Sports. Always happy to showcase these young players and their immense skill level. As a search for the final roster for Team Nova Scotia continues here in this game 2 of Team Powder versus Team Black. Scouts in attendance. And we are underway. Off the draw by McMullen. That went into the bench area for a stoppage in play. Face off in neutral ice, just outside of the Team Powder zone. Lead feet ahead. Trying to spring Douglas. That one taken away. Pass on the near side. Finds Rhea. Cole Rhea for the goal. Save made with the pad. Start things off. Here's a chance. Shot deflected wide on that shot by Tommy Ferguson. Lob pass out to neutral, or the offensive zone. Your backhand pass in front. Paddled aside by Tayden Ye, who gets the starting goal for Team Black. Pass near side for Rhea. Cole Rhea. Dances past Greeno. In the corner for Grayson Sears. On the point, quick drive goes wide. Here's Wakeham. Wakeham in the corner. Trying to center it. That one taken away by Jackson Mood. Mood down the left wing side. He gets checked. Holds on to the puck and gets knocked down with gusto there. On the near side for Bowen Cranston. Springs ahead Harple. Harple to the front, shot save made. Another chance for Cranston. That one stopped and covered. Leo Harple on the draw in the offensive zone for Team Black. Another shot off the draw. That one blocked in front. There's the chance for Anderson. Gonna swing it towards the goal. Another shot from the point. That one whistles wide. One swung ahead. Here comes Kendall trying to center it in front. Cameron trying to get a hold of that puck. There's Kendall after it. Wrapped around near corner. Taken by Mood. On the point to Braun. Moved across. And went out to neutral ice. Picked up by Braun. Cross for Wilmot. Wilmot. Mood on the reception. Here's a chance. To the front, shot, save made with the pad, rebound chance loose, and that one cleared aside as Tanner was diving on it. Marcus Tanner getting the starting goal. The Team Powder, a shot there off the sharp angle and off the side of the goal. And back out to neutral ice. As Reese Sim goes to retrieve that. And back for the defense for Team Black. Moved out for Asher Sampson. He dumps it in. Team Powder with it now. 3 feet ahead. And that one whistled down the offside. Face off in neutral ice, just outside of the team block zone. Oh, they're dumped back in by Brett Cormier. Back out to neutral ice for the reset here for Team Powder. Bobbed up, picked up by McDonald. Reset here for Cormier. The cross. Opposite side for Kopech. Kopech trying to send it in front. Here's a chance. Backhand shot. That one blocked in front. And taken away by Team Black. From the near side wall. After is McMullen. Intercepted. Here's a shot. Save made. Point blank by Tanner. Which in the corner. Camus likes to work it free. On the wing. Burke in front. There's a shot off the crossbar. Picked up by Connor Grace. Grace moving out to neutralize. Over the line. Grace fakes the pass. Tries to swing it behind the goal. Mullen on the intercept. Out to neutralize. Taken in by Miller Cannon. Behind the goal. Knocked around far side, picked up by McIsaac. Colton McIsaac lobs it out to neutralize. Stopped up and fired in the zone. One whistle down on the hand pass. Went out down the ice. Stopped up by Ye. For his defense and Lucas Wyand. Wyand wraps it around. Out to neutral ice. Interception there. Close call. Here's a chance. Moving in is Cannon. And held up by McIsaac. McIsaac trying to work it loose on the wall. Good battle for it here. Braun looks to get back. Here's Greeno. Greeno gets checked. On the point. Shot through traffic. Save made. Covered up and held by Tanner. Grayson Sears on the face-off dot for Team Black. Back out to neutralize. The cross for Parker Douglas. Back in the corner. As Conlon looks to gain possession. Conlon swings it onto the point. Shot is blocked there by Wakeham. Back in the corner for the cycle. Wyand. Still in the offensive zone for Team Powder. Team Black with possession though. Trying to get out of the zone. Pass intercepted by Conlon and moved ahead. Here's an interception. Nice move, picked off by Rhea. Cole Rhea down the ring. Dropped off to Ferguson, trying to keep it alive. Out to neutralize. There's a chance. Oh, a cold collision there. As Sears moves out. Grayson Sears. Gonna drop it off. One taken away by Team Powder. As down the ice comes McMullen, and that one whistled down on the offside. Jackson Mood on the draw, the neutral ice. Here's Mood over the line. Holds on, works behind the goal. Looking to center it. Sweeps it onto the point. To McMullen. McMullen back in for Mood, just escapes him. This is taken here by Team Black. Mood gets a hold of it again. Drops it off for his defense in Cormier. Brett Cormier. Near side for Cameron. Drew Cameron. Outlet across. There's McMullen into the zone. McMullen a drive in front. We're going to spring Mood. Moving from there onto the point. There's a chance across for a one-time option, fanned on by McMullen. And Block looking to clear. Here's a chance. Looking to make a move there was Cameron. Back below the goal line. Mood. Swings it in front, loose in front, and that one goes wide. Close call there for Tadennier. And gathered in by McDonald. McDonald. That's near side. Here comes Cranston. Cranston stops up. Backhand pass across, picked up by the defense there. Great play on defense there by Kopech. That's moved across. Here's Kopech. And move it near side. McDonald picks that up. Kopech over the line. Trying to center it in front. Lobbed out to neutral ice. Cranston on the chase. Greeno gets back. Here's Greeno. Up to neutral ice. Picking up speed. Greeno dances wide. Shoots. Save made. Covered and held. Valle. Off the draw, taken by Forsyth. Forsyth checked and knocked the ice with some gusto there. Back to neutral ice, all the way down. Unable to touch it up was Camus, and that'll be an icing call against Team Black. Dumped back in by Team Powder on the dump and chase effort. As Camus gains a hold. Pass in front goes through everybody. As it's picked up now by Sampson. Out to neutral ice. Trying to spring Little. Greeno. Off the wall finds McIsaac. McIsaac down the left wing side. Trying to center it in front. McIsaac on. Back behind for the cycle. On the point, Braun. Braun, a shot through traffic, goes wide. McIsaac. Looked in the corner. Forsyth takes the body on him. On the play, here's a chance in front of the net. Oh, a collision with the goaltender there. And both players lucky to be in okay shape after that one. Goodness gracious. Just move the camera away for a moment here. As Tanner gathers himself after that collision. Seems to be okay, but it's not the most exciting proposition for a goaltender to see a player barreling down against you. You have to try to keep that puck out of the net. But Tanner still staying between the pipes there. Near cross, near side shot. Oh, look at the pass in front there. Thought there was a shot for a second, but it was a shot pass, and it was a close call there for Tanner once again in front of the net. Team Black looking to make some creative plays in the offensive zone. Banked off the near side glass. Into the corner as Braun chases it down. Linus Braun. Far side for Conlon. Jared Conlon moves it out. And that one dumped in by Felix McDonald. Stopped up on the point by Braun. A shot. The traffic goes wide. Douglas trying to work it in front. Here's Braun. No pass in front. Here's loose and unable to pull the trigger was Douglas. Parker Douglas. Gets to the side, moves it across to Braun. Braun. Open side, here's a shot. Save made. Yay. Oh, rebound. Jackson Mood on the face-off dot. 14 Powder. Leaving the corner after it. Gonna battle that puck free. Kendall there as well. Onto the point. Cycle back in the corner for Mood. Mood gets checked. Here's Mood. Starting in front. Taken away by Ferguson. Ferguson banks it off the near side. Cormier with a good back check. There's a chance on the forecheck for Team Black. Moving on to the point. Cycled in by Rhea. Back behind for Grayson Sears. Going off the official's leg. Pass in front. Sears unable to pull the trigger. Back on the point. One cleared over top of the net. Back behind the goal. Taken away by Team Powder. From the near side to Mood. Jackson Mood. Holds on. Passes in front. And a good poke check there. By Ye. Taken away by Ferguson. Ferguson backhand feed. That was caught a funny section of the ice. A hard shot there from well out. Goes over the top of the goal. Chance in front. Mood in front. Here's Cranston to drive. Save made by Tanner. He holds on for the whistle and a stoppage. Taken off the draw by McMullen. Through neutral ice. Across to Burke. Maddox Burke. Dances wide. Passes in front. It's loose. That one steered aside. Out to neutral ice again. Reset here for Carroll. Bryce Carroll. Near side touched into the zone by McMullen. Great puck play there by Tayden Ye for his defense. Near side McMullen. Pass, poke checked away. Down the ice comes Harple. Harple trying to drop it off to Cranston. Picked off there by Team Powder defenses. McDonald got a stick on that. There's McDonald. Over the line. That's going to be whistled down the offside. Face off and neutral ice just outside of Team Black zone. Get over the line by Greeno. Greeno dumps it in around. Isaac in the far corner. Hard check there. Moving across near side for Camus. Camus gets checked. Below the goal line onto the point. Here's Connor Grace. One taken away by McIsaac. McIsaac going to move against Grace. Grace stopped him up. Takes off the wall of the neutral ice. Shovel back in. Here's Greeno. Greeno weaving his way through neutral ice. Over the line. Greeno. The front shot and a save made there by Ye. Now come team block the other way. Moving on the left wing side, dumping into the corner is Camus. He took a check to make the play there. Another play to neutral ice. And picked off by Grace. Connor Grace. Near side battle. Taken in by McIsaac. McIsaac. And lobbed out to neutral ice. Wilmot. Straight line pass there to McIsaac. Couldn't handle it. One taken out by Wyan. Lucas Wyan. Near side for Jollymore. Jollymore trying to dump it in. Lobbed out to neutral ice. Foot race forward here as Wakeham gets back. Wraps it around the far side wall. Back out to neutral ice. Near side from Felix McDonald. Moves it across. Shot. Score! What a shot. And a great pass. And the goal by Jared Conlon as he whistled at 5-hole. 1-0. Team Powder. Team Black take hold. Sears trying to move it out. Taken in by Douglas. Parker Douglas to the front. Taken away by Cranston. Cranston pass near side. One picked off. Skated in by McDonald. Felix McDonald holds on. Shoots it towards the goal. That one goes off the glass. As Cormier turns with it. Finds McMullen. Back to Cormier. Cormier dancing with it. Over the line. Cormier stops up. Moves in the corner for Douglas. Douglas gets checked. Out to neutral ice. Reset here for McMullen. McMullen turns. Moves it across. Gets it back. Here's McMullen. Oliver McMullen over the line. Holds on. Dumps it in around the boards for the cycle effort here as Mood tries to get a possession. Ferguson trying to clear. Unable to do so. Good pressure there by Drew Cameron. Near side, Cranston with Sears. Cranston in front. Deflection, score! Sears put the shot on goal. It hit a body in front and deflected over top of Marcus Tanner. We have a tie hockey game. As Team Black on the board. One taken away by Jackson Mood. Mood on the left wing side. Mood across. Here's a chance in front of the net. And a great pad stop there for Tayden Ye. Team Powder back on the attack. Cycling in for Mood. Mood kind of gathered in, puts it in front. That one picked off by Anderson. Spencer Anderson. Nice move. Can't corral it though on the intercept there by Greeno. Greeno gets it back. Greeno over the line. To the front. On the shot away. Another shot. That one goes wide. The blocker save there. Looked like by Ye. One cycled in by Mood. Quick shot. Patted aside by Ye. Check there as Forsyth takes his man into the wall. Back onto the point. Greeno cycles it back in deep. Cameron trying to keep it alive. Here's Mood. Mood holds on. Shoots it towards the front. That one blocked it aside. Down the ice comes Camus. Camus spins, shoots, and he sent it wide. Swung back in the corner for Cohen Little. Little wraps it for Grace. Connor Grace. Onto the point. Down the left wing side. Back on the point again. Shot goes wide. Gathered in by Kopech. Kopech off the wall looking to spring Drew Cameron. And Cameron got a piece, so icing waved off. So that one fired down the ice. Wilmot takes hold. Wilmot. Pass near side. That goes all the way down. That'll be an icing. Against Team Powder. Pass near side for Burke. Maddox Burke. Interception there into the corner. Wilmot chases it down. Wilmot in behind for Braun. Interception as Little tried to capitalize. Back at the neutral ice. Reset here for Team Black. Reset for Little. Drops it off. Quick shot there was fanned on by Peoples. From near side. Pass in front, shot off the crossbar. Great play in front there. Braun on the point. Shoots it from distance, that goes wide. Back in front of, whiffed on play there by McDonald as the puck was bobbling on the pass reception. Couldn't handle it. It's Grace behind the goal. Unlobbed out to neutral ice for a rush opportunity here, possibly at the close of the period for Team Black. They have to reset, however. There's McDonald after it. That'll do it here for the opening frame. All knotted up at one apiece heading into the second. Take a short break to get the ice flooded by the Zamboni. We'll be back shortly for the second period of play. Stay tuned, folks. And 20 minutes on the clock to start the second period of play. Will things open up here in the second? Only time will tell. We all remember how last game went, with a total of 13 goals total for both teams combined. So far for the first frame, it's been a close defensive contest. Let's see if the floodgates open for either team here in the second period. Up in the corner by McIsaac. Hard check there against Robertson. Robertson. Backhand feed at Cannon. Noah Cannon. Here's a chance for Grayson Sears, and unable to split the defense and get the chance he wanted. Is that one taken over the line? Another play to neutral ice. Spun over the line. And dump it in there for Ferguson. One intercepted, sticky ice here as that one fired off the pad. One off on just inside the line as Forsyth looked to get a shot away. That one taken by Cormier off the backboards. Another play for Crawford. In front of the net here, Sears a drive, save made. It's good pressure by Team Black to start off the second period. Running down the ice. Good check there. There's McIsaac, a shot, save made by McKinnon. Ice has been a little tricky here to start the period. Fresh sheet. Is that one taken in? Quick shot, patted aside. And another chance, quick drive, that goes wide. Another shot off the side of the goal. Looks like the net is off the moorings here. Officials haven't noticed it yet. And taken out to neutral ice. Chopped out there. Gathered in by Harple. Harple, outlet play. Gonna find Anderson. Off the far wall. Chipped in by Felix McDonald. Hustling after it is Douglas. Spun in front, that went all the way through. Onto the point to Carroll. Bryce Carroll banks it off the wall into the corner. Onto the point. Nice spin move there, intercepted. Here come Team Black the other way. Ross, Cranston. Drops it to Grace, Connor Grace. Near side taken into the zone by Anderson. Cranston. There's Cranston, a shot, whistle wide. On the point again, another shot. Get in behind the goal. Hard check there, goodness gracious. Pass, almost a misplay there. As the ice still a little sticky here as Felix McDonald tries to clear. Banked off the near side wall all the way down the ice, looking to beat the icing, and doing so. Great play by Douglas to beat the icing. He's hounded there and knocked to the ice though. Trying to recover that puck. Mood, trying to make some moves. Finds Douglas. Douglas with a check there in the corner. Onto the point. Here's a shot by Braun. Deflection. Save McKinnon. It's loose in front and behind McKinnon and swept out by the defense. Close call there for Team Black. Sampson was knocked down at center ice there. That one cleared out of into the stands for stoppage and play. Liam Jollymore on the draw in the offensive zone for Team Black. Right off the draw, save made, covered up and held. And taking over the line, looking to work it in front. Peoples trying to gain possession. One chipped in by Kendall. Near side for Ferguson. Ferguson lobs it out to neutralize. Taken in by Mood. Mood over the line. Jackson Mood. Dances wide, holds on. Drops onto the point to Greeno. Greeno back for Mood. Mood trying to make a move. Knocked off the puck. On the ice comes Peoples. Peoples trying to work it in. Taken by Greeno. Braun. On a spring Kendall. That one whistled down the icing call. Grayson Sears on the draw in the offensive zone for Team Black. Sears takes free and he's tripped up there. No call. Taken in behind by Cannon. Another Cannon trying to sweep it out front for Sears. Turns on the backhand. That one goes wide. Taken here. Skated up by Kopech. Working wide is Burke. Maddox Burke to the front. And McDonald unable to pull the trigger. Out to neutralize. Foot race forward here. Taken by Sears. Here's Sears over the line. Sears, a shot. Nice move to the goal. I thought it was a shot for a second, but he made a move instead. He faked even me out on that one. One taken here by Cannon, looking to clear it. Out to neutralize again. In the zone comes Burke. Burke a drive. Pad stopped by McKinnon. Another play on the left wing side. Sears dumps it in and gets a change. As Mumber gets stopped set up for his defense. On the far side all the way down. McCossack touched it up, so no icing called. Taken here, and Sampson clears it. Bump there with the fence. Cormier moves it ahead. Crawford looking to make a play, dumps it into the corner. One stopped up behind. Taken away by Harpel. Harpel, left wing. Cranston to the front, intercepted. Great defensive play there. Looking to spring Shearer, Jack Shearer to the front. That one off the heel of the blade and wide. Another shot patted aside by McKinnon. Connor Grace behind the goal. Grace. Saucer pass ahead off the body. Picked up by McMullen. McMullen banks it off the near wall. McIsaac poke checked. Backhanded off the wall and into the zone. As Harpel skates it down. Leo Harpel. Hounded by Crawford. Douglas gets in there as well. There's a chance, shot towards the goal, deflected wide. So far it's been a closer defensive contest than the last game for certain so far, but see if things open up still further. Onto the point, nice move in the slot, looking to get a shot away. Another shot, that one steered aside. Connor Grace, moved off the far wall. Knocked off the glass. Douglas trying to gain possession. Nice move there by Grace. Moved it across, unable to pull the trigger there. Owen swung in the corner by Felix McDonald on the dump and chase effort. As Wakeham picks it up. Centering pass on the intercept. Here's Greeno off the point. Pinching there. Pops up in the air. Douglas takes hold. Out to neutralize. Owen intercepted. So off the near side wall. Picked up by Ferguson. Tommy Ferguson. Over the line with the corner. Greeno takes that away. Greeno swings it behind for Carroll. Bryce Carroll after it. Pokes it ahead. Out to neutralize. Mason Wakeham. Lead pass all the way down. That one touched up, so no icing call. Bryce Carroll. Off the wall. Hard check there. As Wakeham went down on that one. There's Greeno through neutral ice. Skating free. Greeno dances wide. To the front of shot. Save made by McKinnon. As Drew Cameron collided with the boards awkwardly there. Is slow to get up. Still in the play though. Covering well as he goes for a body check in the corner. Trying to dig that puck loose. Looking by Graves behind the goal. Swings it around. Lead pass by Ferguson all the way down the ice. Stopped up by Mumbercat. Cross for his defense and Wilmot. Wilmot. Inside pass, intercepted. Graves looking to spin it into the zone. Here comes Team Powder again with it. Dropped off to the point to Wilmot. Wilmot shoots it. Save made by McKinnon. Wilmot checked. Off the glass. Up to the near side. Dumped back in by Anderson. One taken away into the zone by Mood. Jackson Mood. It's checked in the corner. Here's Cameron in the front of shot. Save made point blank by McKinnon. A rebound chance. They score on the rebound. Not sure who got the last touch on that one, but it's 2-1 for Team Powder. And it looks like it's Max Kopech with the goal. He'll get credit for the goal. 2-1. Let's see Powder. Just over the halfway point of the second period of play. McDonald lobs it into the corner. A dump and chase effort. One out to neutralize. Here's Anderson. Pushing into the corner. Another shot goes wide. Another shot from the point. That went over top of the goal. Here's McDonald spinning it in. Hustle after it by Jollymore. Jollymore trying to take it loose in the corner. Here's Cormier. Cormier. You pass across on the far side. Spun in by Burke. Here's Maddox Burke. Pass in front. What a save with the toe there by McKinnon as Burke tries to hold the line. Nice move by Burke. Another nice move. Here's Burke. Waits and shoots off the goal post. What a play there by Maddox Burke. Donald after on the back check. As Peoples tried to work himself free. On the line, Kopech. Knocked off the puck. Spun in the corner by Shearer. Team block trying to clear. Out to neutralize. The knockdown there was Asher Sampson. Spinning with it is Oliver McMullen. On a cross dropped off to McIsaac. There's McIsaac, a shot, blocker saved by McKinnon into the glass. All play out. In skates Sampson. Sampson trying to drop it down low. On to the point, here's Grace. Connor Grace, a nice move. Grace shoots, he scores! What a goal by Connor Grace. And we're all knotted up at 2 apiece once again here. So back even Steven here at 2. Off the near side glass. Looks like Conlon got a piece of that. No icing. Douglas lost the handle of that puck. Spun into the corner by McMullen. Near side for Sampson. Asher Sampson to the front. What a save that was by Mumbercat. Another pass off the side of the goal. Another chance in front. That one blocked aside. Great pressure by Team Black now. Across to Sears. Sears to the front. Save made. Another chance behind the goal. Chaos here on the Team Powder end. Team Black on the attack still. To the front. That one stopped by Mumbercat. Top near side trying to get it free. One back into the corner. Taken behind by Sampson. Sampson from his knees trying to get to the front to Sears. On the point. Here's Wakeham. Wakeham to the front. Shot by Sears. Save made point blank by Mumbercat. He holds on. Greeno behind the goal. Pass across and just out of the wheelhouse for Tommy Ferguson. Ferguson. Yanked off the wall onto the point for Graves. There's a chance. Shot pad stopped by McKinnon. That's the top of the circle for Mood. Mood trying to cycle in for Cameron. Mood on the intercept. There's Mood. Cameron. Cameron a shot. Patted aside by McKinnon. Back in front it goes. Mood trying to corral it. And taken away by Graves. Sam Graves. And moving ahead on the back check there. It's taken away by Cameron. Dropped off. Here's Mood. And then move it in front. Taken away by Cranston. Bowen Cranston. Under the corner, McDonald picks it up. Alex McDonald. Near side for Tommy Ferguson. Ferguson, cross, picked up by McDonald. Over the line. McDonald to the front, and that one knocked away. Back to Wilmot. Wilmot push it in front. Taken away by Harpole. Harpole. Cross to Ferguson. Ferguson over the line. Trying to drop it off. Taken away. Here comes Team Powder the other way now. Hard chuck there on the wall. Out at the point. Moved across. McDonald trying to make a move. Knocked off the puck. Here comes Cranston. Over the line. This shot was knocked away. Another shot. That one blocked aside by Mumbercat. Taken back by Sim. Another play finds McDonald. McDonald holds onto it, moves it across. Saucer pass to the point. Got a shovel play there. Only taken away into the zone by Camus. Jackson Camus. Behind the goal, looking to get another pass there. Unable to pull the trigger. Here's Cormier spinning off a check. Cormier holds on, moves it across. On the far side. Knocked down by Burke. Picked up by McDonald. McDonald a shot. Save made with the pad. Rebound chance at front. Don't clear the side. Jumped off the glass. Takes a funny hop. Hit the official. And so here comes Team Powder with it now. It's Shearer. Jack Shearer drops it off. Looks to drop it off to Crawford, that is. Crawford in the corner. Finds Shearer. Shearer. Back to Crawford. Crawford. On to the point to Carroll. Bryce Carroll a drive. They score! Loose in front, and McIsaac put it home, I believe. And it's 3-2, Team Powder. So Colton McIsaac makes it 3-2 for Team Powder here with 1:29 left in the second frame. And taken by Connor Grace. Near side for Asher Sampson. Sampson. In the corner, quick shot. That one blocked, and that one out of the zone. A great effort there by Connor Grace to try to keep it alive, but not able to get enough air under his skates to get his arm to reach up to that high-flying hockey puck. He tries to weave his way through now. Here comes Sampson over the line towards the goal. Covered up by Mumbercat as was bobbling for stoppage. Face off in the offensive zone for Team Black. Grayson Sears on the draw. The play for Jared Conlon, unable to clear. Conlon battling for the neutral ice. Move far side. From Team Powder trying to work it towards the goal. On the point, Carroll, a drive deflected in front and taken away by Wyand. Wyand. Oh, that play. Shot by Greeno. Greeno over the line. Greeno still with it. Greeno to the middle, and he sent it wide on the backhand. Another play in front. They score! Didn't give up on the play. Greeno put it in front. And Team Powder up by 2 here with just 7.4 left in the second. And it's Felix McDonald with the goal on a great play by Greeno to set it up. Lob to neutral ice. Stopped up here. One chance at the horn. That'll do it for the second period of play. 2-goal lead heading into the third for Team Powder. So things did open up a little bit in the second. From 1-1 to 4-2 as we head into the third. Short break for the Zamboni to flood the ice surface. And we'll be back for the third period of play. And 20 minutes on the clock to start the third period of play. 4-2 lead for Team Powder after the first 2 frames of regulation. We'll see if Team Black can recover here in the third and try to come back. Spun around behind by Wilson. Down in the corner as that'll be an icing call to start things off against Team Black. He's off in the offensive zone for Team Powder. Mood in the corner. Onto the point of Braun. Braun a drive off the side of the goal. Braun holds the line. Unable to hold the line after it did cross the line, so delayed offside against Team Powder. Is just escaped by about 8 inches or so. And taken out to neutral ice. Skated down by Ferguson. Ferguson tried a one-hand backhand pass. There's a chance by Cranston. That one sails over top of Esbau and wide. Another shot. Had save for Esbau. Anderson, or Ferguson rather, trying to put it to the front. There's Ferguson. He's spinning in for Sears. Grayson Sears after it. Taken away by Wilmot. There's Sears. Sears a shot. Pad stop by Esbau. Team Black hold the line. Cranston dances with it. Drops it for Wakeham. Back in for Sears. Grayson Sears. Pass in front for Anderson. He found on that shot. Here comes Wakeham. Into the corner. Picked off there. Lobbed out to neutral ice. As Robertson skates it down. There's Robertson. Pass ahead. Coming over the line was Camus, but that's whistled down the offside. Chance shot blocked in front by Cormier. Off the glass to the point. One deflected into the ceiling beam for a stoppage in play. Face off in the offensive zone for Team Black. One whistle down on the offside as Maddox Burke was well ahead of the play there. One dumped in the corner by Shearer. Out to neutral ice. Picked up by Sim. And for the near side pass, that one picked off. Skated in by McDonald. McDonald drops it off. Shot in front, that one blocked. Taken in by Team Powder. Moved ahead is Shearer. Jack Shearer. Shot blocked. Another shot, that one steered aside. On to the point. There's Cormier drive, deflected in front, loose. And taken aside by Miller Cannon trying to clear. From Team Powder again with a shot save made, covered up and held by Wilson. So Team Black in a similar situation that they were in last game, down by 2. They were down by 2 for a certain section of time in that last game, and they came back a couple of times to pull within 1, but see how they fare out here. Still plenty of hockey left to play, but 16:40 remaining here in the third. Team Powder have had a good amount of chances here to start the third. And they snuff out any hope for Team Black, but here they come now. Pass across, open side shot. That one stopped. Was that a save there by Esbau? If so, it might have been the save of the game there. And a couple highlight reel saves in this game. Another shot gloved down by Esbau into the corner. Wasn't able to catch it entirely, just hit it with his glove. That one taken by Connor Grace now. Grace on the near side wall to Cranston. Cranston lays for the offside tag up. So that one taken here by Sampson. Sampson down low for Peoples. Back on the point. Grace. Connor Grace turning with it. Holds on, drops it off. Here's a shot. Save made with the pad. Rebound chance in front. Taken behind the goal. Good pressure here now by Team Black. This is what they need if they want to come back in this game. Back across to Grace. That one just escapes out to neutral ice. Chopped out there by Grace. Almost given away here. Cranston after it. Taken away. We pass ahead to Jackson Mood. Here's Mood, a drive. He scores! What a shot by Jackson Mood. Low stick side on Wilson to make it 5-2 for Team Powder. Taken in by Wyand. The wall to the point, quick drive off the knob of the stick of Wilson into the netting for a stoppage. He's off in the offensive zone for Team Powder. On the point, there's Mood. Drops it for Wilmot. Wilmot a shot, blocked it aside by Wilson. Back into the corner, hard check there on the wall. So Cranston moves it ahead. Here's a chance in front of the net. Backhand shot, save made, and a beauty. What a stop that was by Wyatt Esbau. Moved in by Mood again. Mood through his legs. Behind the goal. The Cormier. Cormier back to Mood. Onto the point. Here's Kendall. We enter the zone here. Team Powder. Is that one taken away by Wakeham? With the glass into the zone on the dump and chase effort. Nice couple of moves there by McMullen. Oliver McMullen. Risky move there against Ferguson trying to capitalize. Across to Cormier. Cormier. Nice couple of moves. Cormier. Back across to McMullen. McMullen lead feet ahead. There's a chance for McDonald to try to get a shot away. That was blocked by Sears. Here's Ferguson. New pass picked off. Gonna dance with this Burke. Maddox Burke. Knocked down low. Picked up by Ferguson. That one picked off. There's a chance. Pass across. Looking to find Kopech on that pass, and Kopech with about a second of the game on that shot. Here's McIsaac. Or rather Burke. Maddox Burke in front of the net. They score again. It's McDonald. And it's 6-2. Team Powder well in control at this stage. Just nearing the halfway point of the final period of regulation on the point. Shot through traffic, blocked in front. One steered out to neutralize. Picking it up is Greeno. Intercepted. Here's a chance. Shot deflected wide. As Carroll tries to pick that up. Here's Greeno again. Robertson on the back check. Another shot goes wide. As Carroll chases that down. There's Carroll. Drops it off for Greeno. Trip Greeno. Near side for Shearer. Jack Shearer over the line. Quick shot goes wide. McIsaac. Moves to the inside. Dance with it. Shearer with a body check. On the ice comes Peoples. Peoples. Pass across, open side, what a stop. Rebound chance to Loose in front, still saved. Still Loose wraparound bid. Loose behind, they score. Chaos in front of the Team Powder's net. There's so much chaos I couldn't catch who put that into the back of the net. Either way, it's now 6-3. As it looks like it was Lucas Wyan with the goal there. And it's 6-3 at 11:11 remaining in third period of play. If you're a Team Black fan, now's your time to make a wish for them to come back with 11:11 remaining on the clock. Taken out by McDonald over the line. Here's McDonald. Another cross, open side, and that one sent wide. How did that stay out? Goodness gracious. Open net, and it went the opposite direction. Here comes a chance for Conlon. Conlon behind the goal. Spins off a check in the corner. Hard check there. Here's Braun. Moved out to neutralize. Conlon dumps it in. Wilson stops it up. Swings it off to Cranston. Here's Cranston. Over the line. Cranston a drive off the crossbar and into the netting for a stoppage in play. Another point. Shot blocked by Kendall. To neutralize. Taken here by Wakeham. Wakeham off the wall. Into the corner for Mood. Mood trying to work it free. That one intercepted by Kendall and spun into the corner. as Graves gets after it. Miller Cannon now. Make him. Near side trying to spring Camus. Nice move there by Cormier. Cormier over the line. Protects the puck, tries to swing it to the front. Cormier still with it. On the point to Mood. Jackson Mood moves it across. And Drew Cameron stymied on that move attempt. Jolly Moore trying to clear it. Here comes Mood again. Jackson Mood over the line with speed. Mood to the goal. Backhand shot. Save made. Covered and held by Wilson. Face up in the offensive zone. Racine Powder. Jackson McDonald in the corner. Back onto the point. Shot through traffic, blocked. Taken there by Peoples. Peoples ahead. Moved ahead for Peoples. Peoples over the line, quick shot. Oh, what a stop that was. The pad. By Esbau. Another stellar save. Racine Powder netminder. Taken out and down the ice. What's the chance for Team Powder now? A shot off the mask of Wilson. From Team Black the other way. A pass off the calf of Braxton Robertson. Check there in the corner. Anderson after it. In front for Cranston. That one hit the body. Back in front. Cranston trying to get a shot away. He caught the goalpost on that one. As he was knocked to the ice after the shot.